All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Kol Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, Adawan Ratazad is to be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go on the Rakah Kwadash. And shouldn't be too long. I just got a couple screenshots of things that I gathered this morning in the news. You know what's going on. I got a couple precepts on deck. And that'll be the lesson. Adawan Ratazah to be edifying, exhorting, and comforting to the hopeful elect. And this is the main video that I wanted to spotlight. I'll leave this link in the description from the Canadian Prepper, his new channel, Prepper News. I'll leave this link in the description, but this is the main thing that I saw. And it was funny, I was just thinking about this the other day, that it's been a while since another plane went down. And lo and behold, look what it says. Breaking news. 242 people on board crash flight. Air India plane has crashed in Gujarat. I don't even know how you say that. Confirms the state police control room. A total of 242 passengers were on board a flight to London, Gatwick Air India flight. And they're citing, I think they were saying it was the birds. They were blaming the birds. But I was just thinking about this, that because we know we in the time of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai visiting the world. He's plaguing the world, not just Babylon. He's visiting the world. Jacob's trouble, as we keep saying, is going to try the world. Okay? And these plagues, these judgments aren't letting up. We definitely are in them times, man. Matter of fact, I was thinking of a title, and I'll play with the words, but probably something along the lines of, you can't see, it ain't got nothing to do with me. If you can't see, got nothing to do with me, got nothing to do with us. The men of the Lord, we're doing our job. We're watching, we're filtering everything through the scriptures. You know, the prophecies are running off the page, and we're warning you, we're giving you warning, whether you hear or forebear. So if you can't see, got nothing to do with me. I saw this also. Like I said, this ties in with the Canadian Prepper. Everything is coming to a head. Okay, we definitely are in these times. It says U.S. Mideast tensions evacuating non-essential staff. U.S. evacuates personnel from Middle East in the sign of growing regional tension. Because we're in them times. We're not in a time of peace. We're in a time of war. All these so-called peace talks are going to come to naught. Things are escalating. Okay, not just domestic, but also foreign. Okay, the U.S. State Department says it's reducing its diplomatic presence in Iraq. It wasn't just Iraq. I forget other places too. Okay, it says like at least 3 or 4 places I heard they were evacuating the staff from their embassies, showing you what that thing we're going to war. Officials are not saying exactly what's prompted the move. We already know they're going to war. But the State Department says it is due to heightened regional tensions. The decision comes ahead of a 6th round of talks. 6, all failing, all coming to naught. And we know 7 is completion. It says the decision comes ahead of a 6th round. And no, the same thing with the tariff. The talks with the tariff. Nothing is being resolved. Okay, things are just getting progressively worse and worse, and everything is about to spiral out of control. No coincidence that he's deploying the troops now. It's all theater. There's an end game. There's an end play. Okay, if you can understand it or not. This devil is coming down with great wrath. Revelation 12:12, knowing that he have but a short time. If you can't see, it ain't got nothing to do with me. The decision comes ahead of a 6th round of talks between the U.S. and Iran on Tehran's nuclear program. Matter of fact, Iran, they said, allegedly just dropped a 100-ton warhead nuke or something. They said they deployed, allegedly, they tested a nuke underground. I believe that's what they were saying, the rumors. So, hey, we in them times, baby. Also, you got, again, things are heating up domestically and foreign. Okay? It says workers are not going to be showing up to work. The economic impact of ICE raids takes shape. Okay? So, we in beautiful times. Beautiful times. LA under curfew for second night after days of protest. Okay? So, is this the new norm? How long is all these curfews going to be implemented? We already know there's more protests planned for the weekend. It's spread into more cities. Is this the new norm? Okay. And again, I'll leave this link in the description. Breaking news. Trump rallies troop for war in insane new video. Okay. Trump issues call to arms, and you'll hear the speech. Sounds like we're prepared. Sounds like he's rallying the troops to go to war. And we know it's prophecy that the second will pass, the third will come quickly. So if you can't see what times we're in again, it ain't got nothing to do with us. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You can't see, got nothing to do with me. The prophecies are screaming. Every day something is happening. Multiple things are happening. Everything is coming to a head. Ray Charles can see it. 2nd Ezra 9, I'm just run through these. 2nd Ezra 9:1, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, this is the main point that I wanted, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. It's obvious to see. These plagues, they're not letting up. They're increasing. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. We at the end. We in the last days of the last days. It's plain to see. And if you can't see, it got nothing to do with me. Ecclesiasticus, a lot of you at one point saw this, but you lost faith. Okay? You got tired of waiting. You got tired of suffering. What is Habakkuk? The vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it shall surely come, it shall not tarry. If you lost faith, you lost patience, that got nothing to do with me. Ecclesiasticus 2, and I'll start at 12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways, double-minded. You either in this thing or you out of it. Either you believe or you don't believe. Ain't no fence rider's gonna make it on no chariot. You gotta pick a side. You gonna serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, or you gonna go back out into the world. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. Woe, this is the main point, woe unto you that have lost patience. A lot of people lost patience over the years. And now everything's coming to a head. Now we in them times, truly in them times. What you gonna do? Woe unto we at the door of Jacob's trouble. What you gonna do? We at the hour of temptation is quickly approaching. What you gonna do? It's about to be no work. Esau about to lock this thing down. All hell is about to break loose. What you gonna do? Woe unto you that have lost patience. We know woe means destruction. And what will ye do when the Lord Adawan shall visit you? We in them times. I read it. He's visiting the world that he made. He's been visiting the world. He's been plaguing Egypt as before. And he ain't letting up. Things are only going to get worse and worse. They that fear the Lord Adawan will not disobey his word. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins. That's what keeps us on the straight and narrow. That straight path to the kingdom. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. They that fear the Lord Adawan will not, but you lost the fear. Majority of you, a lot of you. You don't have the fear. You think the Lord is not going to do good or evil. You're rudely mistaken. Evil and only evil is come. It watcheth for thee. They that fear the Lord Adawan will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear the Lord Adawan will seek that which is well, pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord Adawan will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. That's what we're doing. We're getting our mind right. By what? Taking heed and obeying, offending as least as possible, watching as well as praying, rehearsing the righteous acts. 2 Corinthians, 2 more and I'm out of here. Again, I'm not making this long. If you can't see, that got nothing to do with me. 2 Corinthians 5, the main point is in 10. Let me see. I'll start at 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord Adawan. Wherefore we labor that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. Because many are called, few are chosen. We want to be chosen. That's why we give diligence. Wherefore we labor, we're fighting for salvation, fighting for that crown. You got to get down for your crown. Wherefore we labor that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him. This is the main point. Nobody gets away. And we in the time of judgment. And you ain't seen nothing yet. For we must all, that's why Jacob's trouble is going to try the world, oikumene, the whole entire inhabited earth. The hour of temptation is going to try the whole entire inhabited earth. For we must all appear before the seat of judgment of Hamashiach. And we know judgment takes place on earth, under the sun. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done. Whether it be good or bad. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord Adawan. I done showed you the terror. That plane crash, that was the terror of the Lord. That was a horrific way to go out. They said they let out a mayday call before the plane crashed. You know? And again, these things are happening more and more frequently. It was just literally, no lie, it was literally 2-3 days ago I was thinking about, it hasn't been a plane crash in a while. I wonder when the next one is coming. And lo and behold, it's here. Because we in them times. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord Adawan, we persuade men. I don't even know how you take your ass on a plane right now. You got to be out of your rabbit ass mind. You really got to be crazy to be getting on a goddamn plane, especially a Boeing. As Elder Apostle Gabar said, if it's Boeing, we ain't going. But a lot of you don't see, you can't see. But it ain't got nothing to do with me. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord Adawan, we persuade men. Not to say not for nothing, but that's a horrific way to die, man. Going down in a plane, knowing you're gonna die. Whew. But we are made manifest unto Yahweh, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciences. You see? We did our job. The butt is off our hands, whether you hear or forbear. The word doesn't go out void. It shall accomplish that which he pleases. It's accomplishing that which the Lord Adawan pleaseth. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Hence why all these judgments, all these plagues are playing out. Things are increasing. We in them times. We at the end. The last days of the last days. And you ain't seen nothing yet. Close out here. Matthew 13. The main point is in 18. I'll start at 10. I'll start at 9. Again, if you can't see, you can't hear, it ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Take it up with your creator. Okay, the evidence is overwhelming. The receipts are sky high. Brothers are on fire, daily warning you, week in and week out, to the point of ad nauseum. Mainstream media, it's all the signs are all around you. Okay? Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? This Yahweh Shai, you see it's in red. This is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's movie. This is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's will. Okay? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. You naysayers, you scoffers, you scorners, let not the incredulity of them trouble you. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. We already know that. We're fully persuaded. Okay, and we show you our faith by our works. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. We're looking to increase that talent, because we know Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is coming back, and he requires his money with interest, with usury. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. And also that talent going to be increased, but we also looking for increase of faith, which is leading to spiritual power. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai going to lift up that standard. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and ye shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. But blessed are your eyes, the hopeful elect. That's the main reason that we do these videos. For the hopeful elect, the sincere Akim and Akwaf that are out there fighting, getting down for their crown. As Paul said, I endure all things for the elect's sake. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. It's plain to the elect, for hopeful elect. We can clearly see what times we're living in. For verily, truly, I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Beautiful times to be alive, to see all the everything Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai promised be fulfilled. Chiefly the kingdom being ushered in, the downfall of our enemy, the reward for the righteous, the reward for the wicked. We in them times. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. Okay, so you could you could keep reading that for yourself. Read the parable of the sower. Okay, you know, this word has gone out. Do with it as you please, man. It is what it is. The blood is off our hands. If you can't see, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Keep watching, keep praying, keep fighting, keep pushing. We're close. Beautiful times to be alive for the hopeful elect. Horrific time for the rest of you. Shalom. Wa abad babor. Kwam yasharallah.